gonna be me.
Great, congratulations, that's awesome. I see you chose a 2015 Hyundai Sonata. What made you decide on that vehicle?
Oh, I just like the way it looks and feels inside.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We've had a lot of people come in since the new body style came out. So it shows here that it has 99 miles on it. How'd you like the way it handled?
Rode pretty well.
Great, glad to hear that. And approximately how many miles a year do you think you'll be driving this?
Probably 15, 16.
15, 16 miles. So you're a little higher than average, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. All right. And how long will you keep it?
Oh, 5 years or so.
5 years? Yeah, very good. Very good. That's what most of our customers seem to say. All right, and do you plan on bringing the vehicle back here for normal maintenance?
Nah, we go to Goodyear right now for a while.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, let me ask you this. If it was convenient and affordable for you, would you consider coming back?
Sure.
Fantastic. Good. And about how often do you do your maintenance?
Maybe 5,000.
5,000? Yeah, that's right with what the manufacturer suggests. Maintenance is important to you then.
Absolutely.
Great. All right. And speaking about insurance, do you happen to know what your deductibles are with Geico?
$500.
500? 500. Okay. Very good. And do you happen to know if insurance, your Geico gives you any discounts for having theft turned off? Don't know? No problem. We can look into that later. Great. Okay. So here are the figures that you agreed to, and this shows your down payment of $2,500. If the bank were to ask you for any additional down payment, is that a possibility?
That's a no.
No problem. We always have to ask, so good deal. All right. Now the next few questions are a little bit private in nature. So are you comfortable talking about here, or would you like to move to a more private office?
That's fine.
Okay, good. Great. All right. I see here on your credit application that you work for SafeGuard and that you have been there for 5 years. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you make $7,500 a month. Is that gross or net?
That's before tax.
Before taxes, that'd be gross. Yeah, fantastic. Good. Great. Okay. And let's see. And that is verifiable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is there any additional verifiable income?
No, that's it.
Okay. No problem. Great. Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about your credit just a little bit. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your own personal credit? 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7? Yeah, I'd agree with that. I showed here, looks like there was a Costco account that went like 90 days late. Do you mind just sharing with me sort of what happened there?
Yeah, my wife has messed that up. She's responsible and she messed it up.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that resolved now?
Yeah, we took care of it.
Good. Good. Fantastic. Okay. And the last one, there was a Hyundai Motor Finance loan that was 30 days past due. What happened there?
Yeah, same thing. My son stuff on that.
Okay. Did you get that rectified up? Great. Any problems staying current going forward? Great. Okay. Well, Kevin, I think I have everything that I'm going to need. So what I'm going to do is bring Mike, your salesperson, back over. He'll go over your books and manuals with you and go ahead and introduce you to the service advisor that'll be doing your oil changes here if you decide to do that, okay?
Sure.
Take me about 10 minutes. I'll be back to get you, okay? Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, 10 minutes. Hey, Kevin, there's a number of important documents that we have to go over together, and I'd like to start with this one. Here are the figures that you agreed to. This is your term, your rate, and your base payment. Now, I want you to know that you can take delivery of the vehicle at that base payment with approved credit. However, based on the information you shared with me earlier when we were talking, that may not be the best choice. There's many options available. It's my responsibility to go over them with you. Do you mind if I begin? Great. By choosing the preferred option, you'll receive the vehicle service contract. Now, what that means is that the mechanical parts and labor will be covered for the next 5 years or $75,000. And the most that you'd ever have to put out of pocket would be $50 in the event that you did not come back to the selling unit. You'd also receive the GAP. Now, GAP is total loss protection. So in the event that the car is totaled and you owe more on it than what the insurance company thinks it's worth, you step in and pay the difference and pay your deductible up to $1,000. Tire and wheel would be your next item here. That would replace or repair your tires for 5 years, and it also would cover your wheels in the event that they're not holding air properly. So if you even had a slow leak, we'll get you a brand new tire or a brand new wheel or both. That's what it requires, and it'll match what you have right now with no money out of your pocket. The next time would be the theft protection, and the theft protection is that 9-digit code that the salesperson Mike was telling me about earlier. It's put on each of the glasses of the car to protect it against the professional thief. What it is a deterrent. They typically do not want to find that car with that identifiable trace and take it. But if they did, and it was not returned to you in 30 days, then we would cut you a check for $5,000 that could go to your next purchase.
Okay.
And the last item would be the appearance protection. Now, in other words, appearance protection is going to protect the inside of the car as well as the outside of the car against things like industrial fallout, bird waste, tree sap, anything like that, paint fading, and it would also protect the interior against any types of food and drink stains. These would be your payment options. Now, did you have any questions on the preferred before I move on to value? No problem. Well, by choosing the value option, you receive the exact same as the preferred, however, you would forfeit that appearance protection that we talked about. So what that means to you is that, remember earlier when we were talking, you had shared with me that, I believe you said you had some car seats in the back where your kids sit, and sometimes they have to eat or drink in the car. If that were to happen and there was a spill and it stained the interior, you would be responsible to pay for those stains, okay? And these would be your payment options. Now, by choosing the basic option, you'd receive the same as the value option. However, you would forfeit the theft protection. Now, what that means to you is that if the car were stolen and not recovered in 30 days, you would not be able to get that $5,000 check from us. And these would be your payment options. And finally, by choosing the economy option, you'll receive the same protections as the basic. However, you would forfeit that tire and wheel protection. What that means to you is that in the event that you do blow a tire, or you have a slow leak, or you crack your wheel, you'd be responsible to pay for that out of your own checkbook rather than ours. And these would be your payment options. Now, did you have any questions on any of the options before I asked you to choose one? No? Okay. Well, which one did you prefer?
You know what, I think I'm just gonna go with that basement.
Base payment? No problem. Go ahead and circle and sign that for me if you will. Good. Great. All right. Okay, and this next one is your odometer statement. Just shows that the car did have 99 miles out. As we talked about, I need your okay right there, please. Very good. Okay. And this one is your arbitration agreement. And that's just going to say that you'll hold the dealership harmless in the event that we do have a disagreement. We will pay for an arbitration rather than having to go too long with the judge. All right. Kevin, I have one question. Most of my customers who do choose the base payment, they say they do so for one of two reasons. It was either because of the way I showed them those options, grouped them together, or it was the cost. Which was it for you?
No, it was definitely the cost.
It was the cost. Hey, I understand. Outside this office, I'm a consumer just like you are. And cost is a concern. But let me ask you one other question. If cost were no concern, off this list, which two items do you think would be most important to you?
That's the tire and wheel and appearance protection.
Okay, tire and wheel and appearance. That's funny you say that because, you know, another one of my Sonata buyers said the same thing. Interesting. All right, well, here's what I've got is if you were to purchase it with just the tire, then this would be your payment. And if you purchase it with just the appearance, this would be your payment. Now, for both, it would only be this for your payment. Looking at it like that, which one of those would make the most sense to you?
Probably just.
Just appearance. Great. Go ahead and circle and sign that for me, and we'll get the rest of your paperwork ready. Very good, thank you. Okay. Now, this next one is your trade odometer statement. It says that you had 7,554 miles on the vehicle that you traded in there.
Sign out too, huh?
Yes, sir. Very much.
A lot of signing.
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork, sort of like buying a house. Okay, and this one is the we owe. This just says that we don't owe you anything other than great service while you take the vehicle. Thank you very much. Great. Okay, now Kevin, one thing I did want to let you know is that the payment you selected is a variable payment. Were you familiar with that?
What do you mean variable payment?
Okay, well, if you don't mind, I'll explain it. While the terminal rate is fixed for the life of the loan, the payment can vary quite easily. For instance, this is your payment right now with just the appearance protection,
Yeah.
and this would be your payment had you selected the VSC, vehicle service contract. Now, in the event that we're 4 years from right now and your navigation goes out, which by the way, you know, it only has a 336 on that, but it does control your radio, your navigation, your backup sensors, all of those things all in the same place. So in the event that that did go out, it's a black screen. So you go to get that replaced, that part with labor is approximately $3,000. So in that particular month, you would now have a payment of $3,529 versus over here with the VSC, it would have only been, let's see, $539 Remember I talked to you about the $50 disappearing deductible? So in other words, you come back to this dealer, you'll have a zero deductible, so you'd be at $539. If you look at it this way, I know it's kind of a silly question, but which one of those payments, the $539 or the $3519, would be easier for you to make on any
Well,
given?
it's kind of obvious it'd be the.
$539? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you anymore. One question I have is, did you want to stay with that variable payment that you've got right now, or go ahead and lock in the fixed payment? You go with the variable? Okay, go ahead and circle inside that one, please. And I'll get the rest of your paperwork out of the way. Thank you very much, Mr. Davies.
All right, so Kevin did not answer those exactly as I would like you to answer them.
Why didn't I?